actually live. Here, Aunt Sheila, my mom, and me. Here, Mom, scooch over. Aunt Sheila, if you want to be on, scooch over here. Let's get your chair scooched. You're like 2 pounds. I can just pull you. Okay. All right. Let's get this. Okay, that's close enough. Here, wait. Scooch in a little bit more. Come in right up next to me. Yeah, a little more, a little more, a little more. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, gang's all here. Welcome to snack time. Hopefully the sound is fine. I brought 2 microphones with me, and one of them works and the other one doesn't. So that is what it is. But this is a very special edition of snack time because I have my Aunt Sheila and my mom, and we're in Boca Raton, and I have not traveled since the pandemic. You haven't either, Mom.
Nope, none of us have.
Sheila, you haven't either. Wow, look at us. Just a couple of gals around a table having finally seen each other. So, Aunt Sheila, I don't know if you know about my podcast, but it's called Snack Time. It's about snacks. We talk about childhood snacks, and then we also play a couple games, and it broadcasts live, so sometimes people jump into the chat room. Here we go. We have Lauren in the chat room. And people will chit chat and say, hey, and we'll interact and it'll be fun. And then people will listen online. Sound good?
Very good.
Great. Okay, so welcome. So I asked my mom what her favorite childhood snack was, and I got 3 paragraphs of the different phases in her life. And so that's why it just says my mom and not her favorite snack, because normally it would be like my mom and gummy bears, but because we have a novel to go through, we've got to keep it together.
But did you explain why I didn't have a favorite snack?
No.
Because we didn't snack.
Well, right. You guys didn't snack growing up, right?
Well,
Is that what she's saying?
True. Sheila did. I was fat shamed into not snacking.
I snacked.
She was the garbage can. She was the skinny mini who never gained weight and ate everything.
Oh man, lucky you. You were also skinny. You always think that you weren't, but I see pictures of you.
Yeah, except my mom made me feel like I was going to be a giant. She said some pretty cruel things to me growing up.
Jesus.
Like, we're going to put wheels under you and roll you around.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, if Sheila doesn't remember it, then it didn't happen.
Yeah. Not in Sheila's world, it didn't.
No. Okay, so you guys, obviously traumatic childhood. No, what?
I don't feel like I had a traumatic.
No, I was being sarcastic. But what did you snack on, Aunt Sheila?
Juicy fruits.
Juicy fruits.
Juicy fruits.
Oh my God, I love those. Nobody picked those yet.
Juicy fruits, and I liked Good and Plenty.
Okay.
And licorice.
And okay, black licorice.
It didn't matter.
Just licorice in general. Hi, Jones. Welcome. Hi, kinky rodent herpes. This is my Aunt Sheila, and this is my mom. Okay, Juji fruits I haven't had in so long, but they're the ones that like will pull your crown out, essentially, right?
And if they're stale, they're better.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You have to you have to like let them soften a bit in your mouth before you.
That's what you took to the movie theater.
Yes. But now, did you eat those before you had dental work done or after?
Oh, I didn't have dental work until way after.
Yeah, because I can't have those now because I had a Jolly Rancher one time and I cracked a crown.
Oh,
So I'm not allowed to have my favorite childhood candies anymore because my teeth are fucked up. Hi, Marcel. Marcel wants to know, how do you all feel about younger women feeling better about their bodies and embracing how they look?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah?
I mean, if there had been the diversity of type acceptance when I was growing up, I think the world would have been different.
Yeah.
I mean, there was definitely a sense that, there are these models in 17 magazine, and if you don't look like that, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I didn't have that problem. I didn't have the feeling of being inferior to anybody. My father made me feel like I was the queen.
Okay.
And like, being in the fashion industry, I had everything at my disposal.
Okay. So you could,
And you were sample size, so
I was a model size, right? And it just, nothing else seemed to bother me.
okay, wow, very different ends of the spectrum here. We have Miss Model and Miss I Hated Myself. Jones, could you hear that? The FaceTime? That is, okay, every time I go to do this podcast, someone FaceTimes me and it interrupts the podcast. Hold on, wait, real quick. Does the sound okay to you guys? Just tell me. But okay, so this is fun too because you guys did have very different childhood experiences, right?
We did.
Okay, so this will be interesting. So you snacked, and okay, thanks, Jones. You snacked, Sheila. Mom, you didn't snack because your mom was like, you're fat.
Right.
Right.
I wasn't allowed to snack.
Well,
When I could sneak things, what I would sneak were basically Oreos.
Oh, you guys, yeah, but you didn't let us have Oreos in our house.
No, because the filling is crap.
It's vegan, Mom. It's vegan.
We had sweets in our house because my father liked sweets.
What was your snack of choice besides? So you liked licorice. I love licorice. I love anything like chewy. Yeah, I like the chewy. What other snacks did you go for, sweet or savory, Angela?
Sweet.
Sweet. You always went for sweet.
What about potato chips? I remember you loving potato chips.
I don't.
Okay. Who are you?
I don't. Well, I liked potato chips, but it wasn't my first love.
Okay.
What was your first love? Here, Mom, scooch.
I don't know. I don't recall, actually.
You don't know what your first love was?
As far as my potato chips.
Well, what about Mom? Did you do savory ever?
I wasn't a savory snacker. No. Later I was with Daddy. We used to make melted cheese sandwiches. We would melt cheese on it. And actually, I literally used to put cheese on tin foil and stick it in the toaster oven and just melt it and eat it.
Yeah, that's keto now.
Yeah.
That's keto.
I was ahead of my time.
You were ahead of your time. Dad did Atkins though for a while, and
He did paleo. Yeah.
no, he didn't do paleo.
That's the way it was described.
Okay, well, it wasn't paleo, and I know because I've done paleo. Paleo, excuse
If you
me.
want to bring it up again, we'll vote on that.
Okay, interesting. So you guys, all right. So you had different snacks. You both are sweet though, which is probably where I get it from, right?
And
Family.
my father was sweet.
What did he like to eat? What did Grandpa like?
Mars.
Yeah.
Ew, that's such a bad choice.
And sticking them in the freezer.
Ugh. You know what's good though? Have you ever had stale marshmallows?
No.
Ooh, you guys would like that. They're chewy,
Well, like
but they're like
Peeps.
No. But you have to let the marshmallow, like I've had,
Freeze. You have to freeze them.
well, no, I've had marshmallows that I've left in an open container in the pantry, and then like I don't know how long you have to wait, but I've gone in there and they dry out, so they're almost they dry out and get really chewy and kind of
Aren't they
hard.
kind of like the stuff that you find in breakfast cereal?
Yes, but no. It's like slightly different. Let's see, what are you saying? Marshmallows in the fridge. Burp counter 1. Oh, okay. Marcel says, at a picnic, would you pick up a mini sandwich or a chips and dip?
If I were bringing something to a picnic?
No. If you were at a picnic and there was a table.
Mini sandwich.
I would probably go for the chips and dip only because, chips will be my downfall. I don't know how to close a bag of tortilla chips.
I do. I wouldn't even go for it.
Really? Would you go for any chips?
A potato chip.
Plain potato chip. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the worst.
And the thing that I like about, I like tortilla chips. The thing that I like most about it is the crunch in the mouth.
I mean, I like the crunch too. I guess for me, like I can't have a plain potato chip unless I have dip or unless it's like flavored. I like the fake flavoring. Like I like sour cream and onion and cheddar.
Yeah,
and all
that I go with. I had found in the supermarket a dip that I can't find anymore. I don't know why, but I don't even remember the name of it. But it just came in a round container with a black rim at the top, and it was a thick, cheesy, oniony type of dip that was. If I find it, I'll bring it.
It sounds like a caramelized onion
Maybe.
dip.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
It was from Trader Joe's? Maybe? No. Okay, forget it.
Like from another supermarket.
Okay, so interesting. Okay, Marcel wants to know if you were to get a sandwich, would you go for a tuna sandwich or a ham and lettuce? I already know the answer to this, but go ahead.
Tuna.
Yeah. These are tuna ladies right here.
I love tuna, but I stopped eating tuna years ago.
Mercury.
Because of the mercury.
But they became aware and now they do tuna without the mercury.
I had it last night.
Yeah, I've just gotten so out of the habit of eating tuna. You're probably right. And if it's sourced properly, I probably should be able to.
Well, yeah, they do it. They do it now where they like advertise that there's no mercury in it or whatever, low mercury, whatever. Tuna sucks.
It depends on where they fish it because it's a matter of the food chain. Tuna's at the top of the food chain, so whatever it eats, it's every fish that's exposed to mercury, it multiplies each trip up the food chain.
Yeah, but they lie to you about where your fish come from anyway.
So I don't eat tuna.
They're not even honest about what kind of fish it is. I saw a study that would scare the shit out of you guys if you read it about the food, about like never mind, but I'll tell you anyway. But well, never mind. I don't want to scare you.
No, I know that there are things they call Chilean sea bass that has nothing to do with Chilean sea bass.
Well, yeah. Okay, wait. Jones wants to know what your favorite fair food is.
Fair food?
Like if you go to a fair, like the county fair.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, she's the hot dog person. I'd go for the ice cream.
Like the soft serve?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Would you just get it plain or would you get anything on it?
Oh, chocolate dip if you can.
Yeah, chocolate dip. That's it.
I mean, Dairy Queen used to be one of my favorite treats.
I love Dairy Queen. If we can get a dip cone while I'm here, I will do that.
There is in Del Rey's a Dairy Queen. Oh no, there's one right around the corner.
Oh really?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. We're screwed. Wait, I like corn dogs.
I've never had a corn dog.
I've
They're
tasted them. They're-
so good.
No, and there was a time when I would eat fried dough too.
Oh, I love fried dough.
I've never had that.
Oh,
Didn't
it's
we
just,
had-
it's just batter drizzled
No,
into
I
oil.
realize what it
and,
is.
and
but
it's got
I-
sugar on it, so
I
what's
would
bad, you know?
never-
Isn't that, it's different from funnel cake?
That's what I was thinking.
It's similar. They're similar.
Because I think I've had both.
They're similar, and then there's a Mexican treat, churros, that are similar
Churros,
too. Yeah,
yes.
churros are similar too. They're kind of like a cross between a cruller and a fried dough.
I love churros. What would you put on your hot dog, Aunt Sheila?
What wouldn't I put on? Mustard, sauerkraut, and pickle relish.
Oh, but
Sweet
what,
pickle relish.
what about the Italian dogs?
That's not a regular hot dog.
Okay.
That's an Italian
But
hot
New
dog.
Jersey, Essex County in particular, is famous for their Italian hot dogs, which is a hot dog with peppers,
and
onion,
onions
and potatoes.
They said it at the same time.
I make it at home. I have all the ingredients to make it now.
And hot dogs are not, I mean, I've eaten them and I've enjoyed them on occasion, but it's not my first choice.
Hot dogs have made a resurgence in my life recently because I like quick and fast, tasty stuff. And I realize if you cut up a hot dog and microwave it for a long time, it's almost like you've crisped it on a barbecue. But
If you went into my freezer, you'd be very surprised.
to see hot dogs, you have a lot of hot dogs?
Ah,
Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't want to unfreeze the hot dogs, but
I do eat bratwurst though.
you eat bratwurst.
I've
Okay.
never had one.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't like saying that it's made with veal, but there's I forgot the name of it now.
I won't eat veal. That is.
But I mean, it's got no preservatives or anything, but it's just pork and veal and spices, and it's all cooked, and so you just have to heat it up. And
Veal is
they're good.
bad. You shouldn't eat veal.
I know,
Why not?
I know. It's my one guilty thing.
They're baby
Oh,
cows.
that I know.
You're
But
like, that's not
I
enough.
thought you were saying from the standpoint of,
Oh no, just because
It's ethical, not health.
just with baby cows.
oh, I know.
I don't
know.
like it. I don't
Okay.
eat a baby.
If I think too hard about what I eat, I'll become a vegetarian again.
Yeah, I mean, we should all technically, the way that the food industry is, we should all technically be vegan, but we're not perfect humans. We're just doing the best that we can.
We're omnivores.
Are pickles a thing in this family? Is this a vinegar family? Oh yeah, because I've eaten pickles. I think I've eaten pickles on the show before, potentially. I don't know. I eat a lot of pickles.
I like pickles.
Yeah, but
So-
isn't pickled stuff also like a Jewish thing?
Sour.
It depends. It
Sour.
depends.
Yeah, sour tomatoes. I love sour
They're in the
tomatoes.
refrigerator.
They're in my refrigerator too. I can't tell you how long they've been there, but they're there.
Marnie made them.
Pickled tomatoes are they're green.
delicacy.
They're green tomatoes,
Right.
and they're sour.
Yeah.
And what makes them sour is sour salt and vinegar.
What is sour salt though? Like, what is that made
It's a
of?
particular kind of salt. It's a rough salt that has, I don't know what it has a lot of.
Coarse. It's very coarse.
Yeah, it may have a lot of citric acid in it. I don't know.
Weird. Okay, interesting. Have you guys made your own pickles?
No, my daughter has.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
I feel like you would make pickles.
Oh, I would have. I have jarred food, but I don't think I've ever made pickles.
I keep meaning to pickle stuff. I actually got into sauerkraut because of the probiotics.
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
I do too.
Very good. Very good for that flora. But a flora?
It's the bacteria living in your gut, which you probably need more of.
I've never been told that I did.
Well, now you have Robin here, so she can help you.
I'll tell you all kinds of things you haven't known.
Okay, so Marcel wants to know, as her last question, what would you guys eat as a family as a treat if you guys were celebrating? Okay, so if we were celebrating and the three of us, well, we just ate Chinese food.
Okay, different foods come to mind depending on whether you're talking about a treat like a dessert treat or you're talking about a special meal.
Well, she said a treat where you come together as a treat if we were celebrating. I guess it could be either. Oh, when you were kids. Okay. She means when you were kids, when you two were kids, not me. When you two were kids and you were celebrating, it was a celebration of some sort. You would come together and eat what as a family?
Brisket.
Well, that would be Jewish dinner holidays.
It's a holiday. It's a celebration.
So that you said, what is that?
See, and
Shabbat?
I would not focus on the brisket. I would have focused on, I mean, if you're talking about grandma's cooking, because celebrations always meant going to my grandmother's house. My grandmother was the most phenomenal cook in the world. I liked her kishka.
What is kishka?
Kishka,
Stuffed derma.
it's called stuffed derma. It's cow intestines stuffed with a
Casing.
mixture of, well, the casing is cow intestines, but it's my grandmother made hers different than most other people. It's usually made with buckwheat and other grains and onions and garlic and stuff like that, kind of like a Jewish haggis. And but my grandmother made hers with oatmeal, so it was heavier and pastier. And,
Oh, oatmeal sounds interesting.
I didn't know.
I could throw the rest right in the trash.
but she would roast it in the pan with the meat, so it would soak up all the juices of the meat and the fats, which would crisp the outside of it. It was really good.
I mean, I like a crispy outside of almost anything, but I don't, the intestines?
It's just the casing. I mean, yeah, but if you think about it, all sausage uses some sort of
casing.
animal casing.
Still, they don't just use plastic?
Well, the plastic is not
It's
edible.
usually fat.
Actually,
it's
they
usually
usually
fat.
they
I feel like they would manufacture at this point.
Yeah, if they do, they probably make it out of some sort of a gelatin, but because it needs to be edible. The plastic you have to dispose of.
Well, right. I mean, I was being a little loose when I said plastic.
But all sausage, I mean, every culture has a sausage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it makes sense because you got to hide the bad meat somewhere, right?
Well, and you make use of every part of the animal.
Yeah, you got to hide. Nobody wants to know they're eating an eyeball, right?
Oh, I would not even
Oh,
attempt that.
I have a funny story about that, but we don't
About
need to hear
eating eyeballs?
We don't need to hear it. There is a Jewish delicacy called picha, which is a gelatin made from cow's feet and I can't remember what else, but embedded in this aspic are hard-boiled eggs.
Okay.
And I remember my mother had some in the refrigerator, and it's usually made like in a big flat dish, like a big casserole. And
Yeah.
you cut it into squares. And she had a square of it sitting there with part of a slice of a hard-boiled egg visible. Maybe it was Mommy, because Mommy sometimes told me weird things just to be weird. But one of them told me that it was a cow's eye.
I don't remember
And
that
I
at
would
all.
not go anywhere near it as a result.
Do you have no memory of that?
Nope.
I guess it didn't happen, Mom.
I'll bet it was Les who told me that.
The only thing I remember about Les doing something crazy was there was a dish that was, and it could have been pacha, I don't remember, but Les thought it was tuna fish, and he ate it.
There's no way he would have mistaken pacha for tuna.
Well, it was something that looked like it.
Wait, can we talk about aspic for a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
What? So this is of your generation,
Okay.
the meat in the Jello.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
What?
It's the fat that you
Okay.
eat.
All animals that have bones, okay, collagen is one of the ingredients.
No, I know what Jell-O is made from. I know
Yeah.
it's made from collagen, but why are we putting meat in it in like molds? Like if you look from the stuff from the 50s, they would like put like hot dogs in Jell-O.
Well, yeah, that was Better Housekeeping ideas of, I had
Hot
no
dogs
idea.
in Jell-O?
I
Yeah,
was-
they would put like crazy. You never saw like those layered like Jell-O.
Yeah, there were all kinds of aspics and things like that. I never liked savory aspics. I always thought that they were really, really gross.
They're gross, right? I got into Jell-O again recently. Ever sucked the brains out of a live jumbo shrimp is one of the questions.
No, and I wouldn't eat a live jumbo shrimp.
No.
You wouldn't eat a live jumbo
Well, no,
shrimp.
I'd cook it first.
Well, you guys, didn't you grow up kosher?
No.
No, but
well, I made that up.
Kosher
but our
style.
grandparents were.
Oh, because I was going to say, if you grew up kosher, you couldn't eat shrimp, which was a pity.
Well, yeah,
I
okay.
don't think they did either.
Well, except you forget the story about Daddy's father. My father's father was very eager to assimilate into this country.
Where was he from?
All my grandparents came from Russia, and my father's father he wanted to assimilate very, very much, and he came over here and he tasted shrimp and he loved it. My grandmother wouldn't let it in the house. It's not kosher. No, I'm not doing it. He got the doctor to write a prescription.
Oh, that's good. A prescription for shrimp. Ever
Yes.
heard of it? That is interesting. I mean, I don't think I could have grown up kosher. I had friends that kept kosher for like a period of time, but they were only like kosher in their house. So they would go out and get cheeseburgers.
My mother-in-law did that. She'd bring stuff into the house in a container, and they had a kosher house. And,
Oh, Murray must have had a fit.
oh, he had a fit.
Well,
It didn't make what?
my
Shrimp, that was number
Shrimp
one.
is so good. Honestly, I
It's a
understand
fish.
it's a little outdated because I get the idea that they're bottom feeders and they're dirty.
right. The original kosher laws were based on hygiene.
Right, which I totally get, but now that we know shrimp are delicious.
Right. And the idea of mixing milk and meat, I mean, it occurred on two levels. One is the fats from the meat would stay, the cookware that you used was porous, and the dishes that you used were porous.
Because they were like pottery.
Right. So or wood, and so they
Ew.
would hold the fats of the meat, and it would sometimes get a little rancid if you mixed it with dairy. So you didn't mix meat and
Meat
dairy.
and dairy.
So that was the good health reason. My grandfather was a milkman. He was a dairyman, and I loved milk. I loved the taste of fresh milk. And I remember I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' because I got shuffled off there whenever my parents wanted me out of the house. And I remember begging my grandmother for a glass of milk at lunch, and she had given me chicken for lunch. And she's like, no, no. And I must have really been a brat about it. And she finally relented. And she said, okay, fine, don't tell anyone. She puts the glass of milk on the table, and there's a knock at the door, and it's the rabbi.
Oh no.
And she turns around to me and she goes, look what you made me do.
I don't know anything about that.
I mean, that is, but you guys have a larger age difference. So that's kind
8
of
years.
why 8 years.
8.5, yeah.
8.5 years. That's a long time. That's
She was the baby,
She was the baby, yes.
She was
the
the
fat baby, apparently.
but she was also
kidding.
the adored baby.
The adored baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Her brother adored her.
Are you the oldest? No, Les was the oldest, right?
Yeah.
Les was the oldest. Les is their brother. You guys don't know that. Okay, Les was the oldest. Interesting. So what other snack, what would you guys eat as a snack at Shabbat dinner? Did you munch on matzah or was that too much?
Shabbat is
Well, Shabbat you don't get to eat until Grandpa's finished doing a 4-hour liturgy with I put this in the book, by the way.
But Shabbat is Sabbath.
Oh, not Shabbat. Yeah,
You're
saying,
talking about Passover.
You're right. I was mixing them up. Thank you. No, there was. If you snacked on anything before the food hit the table, it was challah. You'd eat challah.
I mean, I would eat challah right now. That's for sure. Do you have a good challah place out here? That's a no.
No, I mean, there are things that I used to love to eat. I didn't consider it snacking. When I would go down and stay in Newark, Alan and I would sit around all afternoon on Saturdays watching $1 Million Movie. Our
$1 Million Movie.
Okay. For those of you who are not of my generation and from the East Coast, there was a TV station in New York, Channel 9, that every night during the week they would play an old movie. And I mean, it was like,
From
this
the
was
50s.
during the 50s, this was movies from the 30s and the 40s. So it was all these classic monster movies, Dracula and Frankenstein and wonderful, wonderful, big band movies and all of that stuff. They play the same movie every night during prime time hours. And then on Saturday, they just play it back to back to back to back in a loop for 24 hours. So you got to sit there, if you found a movie that you really liked, you could sit there
All day.
and binge it over and over. And we would sit there and watch monster movies. We would go down to the Clinton Avenue Bakery and get a fresh Russian rye bread.
Ew.
Still warm,
Like with seeds in it?
Yeah.
sometimes,
Ugh.
but sliced and still warm, and that yeasty, wonderful,
I don't like that about rye bread.
and slather it with butter. That was the best thing in the world.
I'm here for the butter part. I like butter. Butter is something that what did you snack on when you got older? Did you continue to be a snacker, Sheila?
Well, I did like a good piece of rye bread.
Okay, you agree there.
With butter.
Butter.
I mean, but I can also pig out on mayonnaise sandwiches.
I told you. I texted her and I said you were known as the garbage can and you could eat mayonnaise sandwiches.
Mayonnaise sandwiches.
Mayonnaise sandwiches, literally insane and the whitest thing I've ever heard in my life. That will be the comment everybody says. That is gorgeous. I think I've tried a mayonnaise.
They said it was gorgeous?
But they will. They'll say it's gorgeous. I've tried a mayonnaise sandwich, I think. Not my thing, but I like mayonnaise now. I love mayonnaise. I'll dip anything in mayonnaise because
Mayonnaise or salad dressing?
mayonnaise. Because mayonnaise, here's the thing, you go out to fancy, and I feel like I've said this before on this podcast, but I'm going to say it forever. I feel like you go out to fancy restaurants and they give you an aioli,
Right.
which is the same thing.
Right.
It's
It's
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise with garlic.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah,
why
it's
would
just
I
the
not?
seasoning in it. It's in the refrigerator.
And what I find really, really interesting is I've been eating sushi for a number of years, and it's like in the last maybe 10 years, it's like the Japanese discovered mayonnaise. And all of a sudden they put mayonnaise on all their
Is
sushi.
that the last 10 years?
I don't know.
I don't
the
know that
timeline
they
may not be
have.
right, but I think it's interesting that to the Japanese it was very exotic.
Was it though?
Originally,
How do you know?
I read it somewhere. I mean, mayonnaise is not a Japanese condiment.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know the origins personally of how mayonnaise made
how
its way to.
foods evolved.
Well, that and how mayonnaise made its way to Japan. I just know that I love a spicy mayo. I love a spicy tuna. I mean, I don't know I don't know what version of it that is, but.
Well, think about horseradish. Think about a lot of the other spices that are used in foods.
Yeah.
And
Horseradish is pickled, right?
No, it's not pickled, but you grind up the root and mix it with vinegar to make the horseradish sauce, the grated horseradish that you're used to seeing
It's
in the store.
actually in the Food Network. Book.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I tried to make it once, and you have to be very careful because you can damage your nasal passages if you're not careful.
Oh, weird.
Well,
It's
So
extremely
one
strong.
Jones, who's in the chat, says that Japan only discovered cheese like 10 years ago. So Asian food, you were
Cheese?
right, Mom. Yeah, cheese and like,
Yeah.
excuse me. But what was I gonna say? Jones also cooks, and this he listens all the time. I don't know how to
Does
explain.
he have a specific cuisine that he cooks?
I don't know. The show's about me. I don't
Oh.
care about him.
I won't tell her.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's great. And you know I care, but I don't. Let's talk about more snacks. So I feel like, first of all, I have addressed on this podcast multiple times growing up, or all like organic. This is the woman
I was
who,
that mother.
no artificial colors or flavors, no all of that.
Honey, not sugar. Blah, blah,
Honey,
blah,
not
blah,
sugar.
blah,
By
blah.
the way, Jones says that he was taught French, but he loves Japanese. So French food tastes bad. How about that? I've never had it. And I
You
have
never had French
actually
food?
that's not true. I did well, no, because okay, the last time I keep thinking that French food is only escargot, but I had escargot, but I had it at a Spanish tapas place. The last time I had snails I don't know, they called it escargot even though it wasn't a French place, but whatever. The last time I had snails years ago, I was like maybe 19. I was on a date with a 41-year-old and obviously trying to act very adult. And I ate these snails at this tapas place, and then he took me home, and I felt so sick, and I ran up the stairs, and I had violent diarrhea and threw up and screamed that he needed to leave.
What a fun date you are.
He was like, he still wanted to date me after, but like, I was like, he was like, do you want me to? And I was like, leave! And then I had food poisoning for over a day and like 48 hours. And I remember going to look at an apartment and I was like so dizzy. I know the guy thought that I was drunk or high because I was just like a college kid. And like, I was like, I think I kneeled down in the elevator. I was like, I just need a minute. But I ended up with the apartment, so it doesn't really matter.
Jordan took me to the French restaurant around the corner for my birthday.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Well, they were out of the God, what is it?
Snails?
The orange beef.
Orange beef?
Orange
Duck?
duck à l'orange.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
thing? That's the treat?
He had the escargot.
I love duck.
Yeah.
I tried to order it when I went to Paris.
I love
I had
duck
it.
too. You had it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when I ordered it in Paris and it came to me, it still had the pin feathers in it.
Oh, wow.
couldn't,
I
couldn't do it.
No, I'm good on that. I do feel like birds kind of want us to eat them. You know, they give off this vibe, like they're really like other animals. Like I definitely question eating cows or pigs because they really do like look up at you. But like I feel like birds are they just like kind of ask for it. They just do. They kind of ask for it. They look at us like, yeah, I'm for eating. That's what I was made for, eating. I eat bugs, but you don't even care.
And you wouldn't know if you did.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. So I feel fine eating.
I try not to overthink it.
Yeah, I can't overthink it either, Mom, because guess what? The chickens that we eat probably had like one leg and because it was stuck in a box and it couldn't grow. But anyway, I use a lot of eggs in baking, so I can't really think about that.
That's true.
Every time I have a yolk, I'm like, and this chicken suffered. And if you're vegan, come at me, I get it. I fully accept responsibility for being a monster. Anyway, moving on. Okay, guys, so I don't know if, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the game called Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it.
You're
Fuck,
gonna have
Marry,
to
Kill. Okay, so I'll explain. So you take 3 different things. Like, for example, I took these 3 different snacks that they gave me on my JetBlue flight to Boca Raton. So I've got mini home style chocolate chip cookies, Goody Girl. I've got Cheez-Its, and I've got 88 Acres cinnamon and oats seed bar thins, and they feel like a little soft. Okay, so here we go. So to play Fuck, Marry, Kill, essentially you have to pick one of the things that you would fuck, and this is like, you know, hypothetically, one of the things that you would marry and one of the things that you would kill. We've also added in a poly partner option, but then we'll take that off the table for this because it's too confusing.
What's the difference between fuck and marry?
Well, for example, I'll tell you what my fuck, marry, kill for these 3 would be. Okay, so again, we have the mini home style chocolate chip cookies, the Cheez-Its, and the seed bar thins. Okay, so I would probably marry the Cheez-Its. I would fuck the cookies, and I would kill the seed bar thins. And here's why. Cheez-Its are classic. So it's stable. You know what you're coming home to, the same thing. You would still sleep with Cheez-Its because Cheez-Its are good, right? You would sleep with Cheez-Its on a regular basis. You want to see Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its smell good. Everything about them, good. Chocolate chip cookies, that's a little naughty. That's a little bad. You can't have that every day because you'll feel sick. You can't do it every day. You can't come home to it every day. But I feel it, and they're crispy. They're actually crumbs. They're crispy, which is the good kind, in my opinion. And so you just get a little something, and then you move on. And then nobody wants these fucking seed grain things. So we'll kill it.
You're going to kill me.
No, I already know that
Why?
you're going to make an unpopular opinion.
88 acres. Cinnamon.
Okay, you want me to go?
Wait, hold on. Joan says marry Cheez-Its, kill grain bar. Oh yeah, kill the bar because it sticks in your stomach too. Okay, so Jones agrees with me. Okay, yes, Mom.
Wait, because it sticks in your stomach?
Yeah, it's bad. And look, here's the thing about this one specifically. It has. Well, it doesn't have that much sugar. Whatever. Okay, go ahead.
You said it was soft. Okay, so
Yeah,
it is.
it's not crispy.
It's not crunchy.
To be clear, I love a digestive cracker, like the kind from the UK. Have you guys had those?
No.
Yes.
Oh, they're like cookies. They're so good.
McVitie's?
I don't know what but they're like, it's like a bran cookie.
Oh, they're like the teething crackers.
Yeah. Those are so good. So I like it if it's like a crispy oat thing, but that's soft.
That's true.
I like anything that's crunchy.
Yeah, same.
I like crunchy as well. I would marry the cookies, except looking at them, I'd regret it.
Here, we'll take one out.
I would regret it because I suspect that they are more dough than chocolate. Oh yeah, there's barely any chocolate chip in there.
One literally there's chocolate in the back.
That would be marry and divorce really quickly.
Hey, Gerald King, thanks for watching. Thanks, Fuel Caution.
I would marry that and probably divorce it because it was disappointing in the long run.
Okay, you know what? That's an option. You can specify that you would divorce it. That's creative.
I would flirt with this.
You wouldn't. You have to
I
say
would
fuck.
flip-
You have to say fuck.
Okay, I would probably fuck it and then wake up in the morning and do a walk of shame.
My mom would fuck. This is such like a great, that my mom would fuck the cinnamon and oat seed bar thins.
And the Cheez-Its I would kill just because this is not my thing. I don't like Cheez-Its.
Oh, I would,
Do you want those cheeses?
yeah. Because they're the kind that you just keep going back for more.
Right. I
That's-
agree.
That's exactly what you go back for, like a potato chip. You would go, it's crunchy, it's got flavor.
So my mom would marry and divorce these chocolate chip cookies that are actually pretty good, by the way. I just had one. They're actually pretty good. She would fuck the cinnamon
Cinnamon
oat
oat
bar
bar.
and kill the Cheez-Its.
Yep.
And Aunt Sheila, what is your choice
The Cheez-Its.
for all across the board? Wait, so you would marry the Cheez-Its or would
Yes.
you fuck the Cheez-Its?
No, I wouldn't fuck it, I would marry it.
Okay, you would marry it, and then the chocolate chip cookies and the seed bar. Where do you stand on that?
The seed bar,
Kill it?
yeah.
Okay. Which means that you and I both are gonna fuck the chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah. Looks like
you lose, Mom.
Eskimo twins here.
But you notice they have, there's no fruit and vegetables there?
No, there's no. But here we can play hypothetical too. So normally I do a couple different rounds. Normally we don't have snacks like in front of us. So I'll do a couple different rounds too, and we'll do two other rounds if you guys are game for it. Okay. So here's another one. Fuck, marry, kill, watermelon, cut up peppers, like bell peppers, rye bread.
Oh,
Rye bread, cut up bell peppers, watermelon.
Okay,
okay.
watermelon.
You would marry watermelon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would probably marry the watermelon, fuck the rye bread, and kill the peppers.
Interesting. What about you?
I would marry the watermelon, and I would, I would kill the,
Peppers?
no, I like the pepper.
Oh, you like the peppers. You would kill the rye bread?
Yeah.
Wow, controversial.
Yeah.
I like that. Gerald King, yes, says hard agree with the aunt. How could you kill Cheez-Its? Mom, your opinions are unpopular. Just to be
I
clear.
never pretended that they were.
I mean, okay, so let's do another round. Ready? Fuck, marry, kill. Vanilla ice cream. I've done this one before. Vanilla ice cream. I'm gonna make this hard for you guys. An egg cream.
Oh,
How many in your audience know what an egg cream is?
I mean, I don't know. Do you guys know what an egg cream is? Okay, so vanilla. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up. It's gonna be an egg cream, malted chocolate milk, and then black licorice.
oh,
An egg cream, malted chocolate milk, licorice, black licorice.
real black licorice or English black licorice?
Real black licorice, whatever that. Like, are you talking about like Australian black licorice?
The real stuff, not the black vines that you buy.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what is an egg cream?
Okay. Okay. The real traditional egg cream
Has egg in it.
Yeah.
Egg white, whipped egg white,
Right,
seltzer and chocolate syrup.
right.
Wow.
And that is,
But cheaters use a little bit of milk instead of the egg whites.
right.
So it would be milk.
Seltzer and chocolate syrup.
That sounds like poor people food.
Well,
That sounds like if you couldn't afford a milkshake.
In a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
I
I'd never had it with an egg white.
I think that's why it's called an egg cream. I think it was originally some whipped egg white in there.
Don't you think they would use the yolk as like,
Oh, no.
No. Don't forget, egg white is what meringue is made from.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying like,
Because it adds a froth and a body to it.
but like a yolk would add heartiness.
No, what makes it so frothy is the club soda
Well, it's a combination with
that's
it, yeah.
put in it. And there is milk in it.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. We'll have to do research on the egg
Egg
white
cream.
because I did see somewhere that egg whites were originally.
I have no idea. Does anyone want to do the job?
But my choices would be to kill the egg cream,
Wow. Okay.
marry the malted milk,
Okay.
and fuck the licorice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. What about you?
Well, fuck the licorice, I would say yes, only because if you have too much of it, you get nauseated.
That's true. It's actually poisonous too, technically, if you eat too much black licorice.
And also, I would marry the egg cream.
Wow. You like egg cream that much? Interesting. Okay.
There's one restaurant that we went to here that I asked for the egg cream,
Yeah.
and they brought it.
And it was good?
Uh-huh.
Was it on the menu or did you have to
No,
order
I
off
ordered
menu?
it. I ordered it all. I just said, "Do you have?"
Do you have an egg cream?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And they brought it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is New York South, so.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
that's the best. That's the best part of it. Wow. Okay. I mean, you guys, that's it. That's this whole podcast. You talked about snacks. You both were delightful. Normally, I say I would let you plug your social media, but I don't feel like it's appropriate in this
Nothing to
scenario.
plug.
There's nothing to plug. Catch them both with me this week on my social media. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching and listening. Mom and Sheila, you guys are the best. Thank you so much, Jones, and everyone else for watching, and I will see you next week.